Okay.
Hi, this is Sindhu from QA team.
Hello.
Hello. So I have completed the alpha testing for the release in both Android and iOS. The only thing, the pending thing is the top-notch, the two tracks have not been updated yet. So this is the only pending thing in alpha testing.
Okay, one question, because I tested it on iOS and I saw it was working fine. So does this problem apply only to Android then?
No, in both Android and iOS, it has not yet updated. In the latest,
Able to see it.
that is, you can check in the latest build 2.1.2. Yeah, that is the latest build that Ariel has provided yesterday. So in that latest build, it is not yet updated.
That's interesting, because I tested it, well, 2 hours before the call, and I just installed the app from the App Store. I issued myself a code, and I redeemed it, got access to the materials, then updated the app from test flight, and everything worked fine. Because what I needed to do, though, I needed to re-download the audio files. So it might have been that they got replaced somehow or something like that. So I have no idea how to. I could not reproduce the error myself on iOS. I did not try it on Android because I do not have access to any codes to redeem, because the ones that I received have already been redeemed. So, but if you know that it hasn't been resolved, then it has not been resolved. So that's fine. And I believe we need to fix this one, because this is, I'd say that it's a major issue if files are not correct, are not in correct places. So yeah.
Yeah, latest build we tested it updated in both.
Okay, so
David, do you checked in the latest build that is available in TestFlight 2.1.2 or the previous build?
No, the one that is currently available on test flight.
Oh, okay.
In that you're able to get the correct track for top notch, is that right?
Exactly, yeah. Yes, as I said, I removed the app completely from the phone, then installed the current stable version from the App Store, and then updated it using test flight. And what I needed to do was I needed to re-download all the files for this unit, right? No, just the whole level. Because when I updated it, I saw that these files disappeared. So it might have been that the app did not actually did not get updated, but it was replaced by a new version. Maybe it was like that.
Yes. You can actually, what we did was we first installed an older version from TestFlight itself.
Or maybe, yeah, maybe it's due to that. So maybe if I had the previous one from test flight and then updated it, maybe it wouldn't have gotten refreshed. So that's possible. Yeah.
Okay. So actually, what I did was earlier the first build I had fixed this issue actually. So I removed the code which prevents it from replacing the JSON. So at the time it was working fine, but I'm not sure why this is happening. But after I fixed the home screen issue, this is coming up again. So I made it again.
So you're still working on that, is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So let's try to fix this one, because, as I said, this is providing incorrect content. So we need to make sure that this element is okay. As you can see, I added 3 elements, 3 entries here. So I switched to Polish, and I saw that some elements were not localized. Some localizations are very far from Polish. Well, selecting languages on Android is rather choppy. And there are plenty other mistakes that we need to fix in order to make this app, to polish this app. But this is another discussion about the priorities, because I believe that for now, the Epic app is the priority, and we can try to fix these elements together with some other polishing elements rather later than sooner. So, yeah, but we need to fix the eighth one. We need to fix this one, if possible.
Yes. Okay. Okay, then I'll look into it.
Okay, so I believe that we need to start another sprint with Pearson Go. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's right, David.
Yeah. So let's again try to make it 1 week long. 1 week long.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but if it turns out that we find that Ezel finds a fix and the bug is fixed, then we're going to release it on Friday anyway. Because even though the sprint is going to end on Tuesday, then we're simply going to end the sprint earlier than on Tuesday. Would that be acceptable for you?
Yes.
Okay.
Anything else, Sindhu, from your end?
No, nothing.
Okay. Okay, so that's all with respect to Pearson Go, David. So shall we move on with the review of PEMOB?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So who is going to present, guys? Gautam? Okay, fine. I'll stop sharing. Yeah, Maha.
So, hope my screen is visible to everyone. No, is my screen visible, David?
Yes.
Yeah, I just need to switch. Yeah, okay. Yes. Oh. Hello?
Am I audible, David?
Yes, you are.
So, before starting, I would like to tell something. We had some.
Okay.
Sorry for the echo. We had some issues when integrating the project. So as of now, we have done the things, and I'm just starting with the story. So let me open my Jira. Okay, so the first story, PEMOB 30. As a user, I want to open the app and see a tabbed menu containing 4 entries to easily access different areas of the application. Actually, this one and PEMOB 31 and 32, all these 3 are interrelated. Like I'll just open my simulator.
Mm-hmm.
So as per the mockup, okay, just a minute. For the mockup, we have created this tab menu consisting of screens and the card layout over here.
Mm-hmm.
So we have even changed the icons as per the mockup, and this scan icon which I had talked to you before, we have took that one also from the material themed icons. And as of now, we don't have any image for the Epic course, so it is just displayed as a blank one.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll move on to the next one. So my story is the second one is PEMOB 38. So I had some issues in integrating this one with the existing application, David. So I haven't given this functionality for this one. So I'll be showing it in a different application. So this is my device. So what I have done here is I'm just opening a QR scanner. So this, just a minute, David, I'll just open a QR code. So as you can see, this is a sample QR code. So what we have done here is, suppose if the code is a valid QR code, if it has some content, it will show an alert that the QR code scan is success. So I'll just scan this, just a minute. Hope my simulator is, my device visor is visible to you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm just pointing it to the QR code, and this is what we have done as of now. The QR read is success, and as we had discussed in the later sprint, we'll be navigating it to the particular activity. The contents activity player.
Okay, because I thought that was a bit different. Well, we said something different because, as far as I remember, we discussed that we would have the scanner open and exercise any exercise.
Actually, the activity player has not been done yet. So this navigation to that particular path could not be completed. That's why we have just shown an alert message over here, and we have we have tried implementing a web view in our QR code application. The sample packets you have sent, right? Hope you remember that. Mahalakshmi was using that sample packets in our FTP server, from our FTP server. We tried using it, but then as of now we have done this one alone. In the next task we'll be including that activity player also.
Yeah, but as far as I remember, Veena or Mahalakshmi, it told me that you made it work. So it worked. So the activity worked. So why can't we have a link from here, from this QR scanner, instead of displaying a pop-up, just opening the activity?
Yes, David. The thing is that when I tried implementing the QR in our application, there were some integration issues. So that's why I couldn't navigate it to the activity player. That's the problem here. That's what I feel.
I see. Okay. All right. Okay, so let's move on. Let's see what else has been done. Okay, thank you.
Okay, I'll just pass it to the other one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Hi, David. Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Yes. Okay. Hi, Gerald. Welcome to Sprint Review. So the next one is PEMOB 32. That is, as a user, I want to able to fetch. Your screen, no, just I'm telling you guys this. Okay. Sorry. Okay, is my screen visible, David?
Yes, it is. Thank you.
Okay, so PEMOB 32, that is, as a user, I want to fetch, able to fetch table of contents from a JSON file and navigate. So that is, the story is actually, when the user opens the app, we need to show the splash screen. While splash screen is loading, we need to fetch the content from PEF dashboard, and then we need to create a file, and we need to copy the content into the JSON file, newly created JSON file. So let me open it. So okay, I'm just refreshing. So okay, you can see that right in the animation. So while animation is loading, you can see the contents are fetched in the console. So let me open the path which I have saved the file, that is in the internal storage. So that's why I have opened the console. So let me so as I'm running it in the simulator, so this will basically go to the path here. So you can see that is core simulator devices, that thing. So I'll go there. So that is developer, core simulator, devices, 9.4. Yeah, 94. And here it is, data containers. Data application FT. Documents. So here you can see this is the that is the I'm fetching the course name and creating the file name, and if I open this JSON file, yeah, you can see the JSON file is created and contents are fetched.
Okay, all right, brilliant. The question that I have is that in the simulator, it opened at the level. Shouldn't it open the product? So we start with Epic, or Epic App Dev Self, or whatever we call it, instead of immediately.
Yes, yes. Actually, it was courses only. So that was continued in Maha's demo. Actually, Maha will show that continuation.
Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. So it's just, has it been integrated already? Is that you fetch the file and Maha is displaying it? Or we are still basing on some contents that I sent you some time ago?
No, David, it was working fine, and it was done. As you can see, through that that is worth only we have fetched that contents. So maybe just we'll show that in Maha's thing. It was integrated.
One more thing. Yesterday I uploaded version 1.0.2. I can see that you're saying that you want 1.0.1.
Sorry, David, can you repeat?
Because I can see that you're fetching version 1.0.1. Yesterday I uploaded the version 1.0.2, and this is the version that you should have actually fetched.
Okay. But actually, in the link what you have given, actually it was fetching, David, actually in that is you have given, right, that through the consumer key you told to put that in HTTP tool, right?
No, I don't know the gory technical details.
Yeah, no.
Wow.
Wait, yeah. So in that, actually, while I'm fetching, I'm getting this JSON only, David. See, as you mentioned, you have added description, something like that, right? Description.
Exactly.
Yeah, but description came here, but the JSON version number is not updated inside that JSON file, I guess. If you see that the description in each children, it came here.
Let me see. Try the question.
Yeah.
My side. Let me see. Oh, I believe I know why. Because you did not update the link.
Yes, but inside JSON, I guess name is not updated, I guess.
Let me see. We have unit 1 and level. Yeah, the levels are there. Could you show me the link that you're invoking in the?
Yeah, sure, David. Let me. This was the link which you have given. That.
Yeah, you should update the version. Because you still have after Epic Dev self slash 1.0.1, you should replace it with 1.0.2.
No, but in the link actually it was 1.0.1.
I know, but you need to update the link. You need to update the link, and then you're going to receive a JSON file with the description and so on.
Okay, do you want me to update now? Let me show that to you. Yeah, let me do that. Yeah. So I have updated here 1.0.2, right? Version number.
And let's see now.
Yeah, okay, wait. Now we can yeah, now we can see it was updated. Yeah. let me. Yeah, you can see in JSON it was updated to version 1.0.2.
And now let's see, one of the lessons should have a subtitle. If you go
Yeah,
a bit lower.
okay.
Oh yeah, I need
yes.
an umbrella. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So whenever we update the version on TEF, we need to update the link as well. That's why I'm going to send you, because yesterday I sent you this information that I have updated the version, but I forgot to let you know that we need to update the link then. So we just need to do that automatically. So whenever I inform you that we have a change in the version, we need to automatically update the link, and we need to remember about it.
Actually, I thought we won't do anything from our end, so that's why I haven't updated. So it won't be difficult. It will be easy. Just we'll update the version number in the link itself. That's not a problem. Okay, David. So do you have any other queries, David? Yeah.
Okay, all right. So we've learned a lesson for the future. Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah. Okay. So then I'll just give it to Maha now.
Just a minute, David. We are running the build again.
Okay.
Server got disconnected.
Just share your screen. You'll be able to see it.
David, I'll share my screen now.
Okay.
Is my screen visible now, David?
Yes, it is.
Yes, David. As Veena was working on 34 PEMOB 34, 35, and depending on it, I was working on 36, 69, and 70, including 37. And these stories are dependent on the fetching the JSON files and downloading. So after the download of JSON file, I'll show the demo now. We'll get the epic, and while clicking on the level 1, it will move on to unit 1, unit 2 like this. These details are fetching from JSON. If we click on the unit 1, the files will be getting downloaded, and you can see it will be stored in the cache memory. And already I showed the location of the cache memory where it is saving. You can see if I click on the unit 1, it will be saving in the simulator's cache memory. It will create the unit 1 folder, and you can see this is the packet that is fetched from the JSON, and after fetching, it's getting extracted. Okay, and I'll hand over to Veena further. She will proceed with it.
Hi, David.
Hello.
Okay. Maha has explained a little, I guess. So we have the levels here. So on click of the levels, we'll move on to the units. On click of the units, actually the expandable table view has been done, but the problem over there is after this lesson, I'm not able to navigate into the activity thing. I mean, separate activities. So that is why I've given it as a separate page, and then on click of this, it is moving on to the next activity. So there is some issue in it. So for demo purpose, I've just given that in the separate screen. So on click of this activity, it will load the content, the packets which Maha has downloaded.
You can see this is the activities which is fetching from the JSON.
That index.html which you have provided us, the packets which have been provided is displayed in the web.
Okay, but you cannot complete the activity, can you? Yes, you can. Okay.
Yeah, I see this course.
Mm-hmm. It doesn't fit the screen, does it?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
the width, it's not fitting the screen.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I wonder why it's happening, because in the browser it is behaving properly. So, well,
Yeah.
all right, but okay, but okay. I wouldn't worry about that too much, because we need to create new mobile design packs for these activities anyway, and we're not going to display the activities as they are at the moment. So, because these are going to be these packages. However, these packages are going to adapt to the screen. So I wouldn't worry about that now. Okay, so this is a minor issue for now, and I wouldn't take care of that now. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So as for the expandable, so could you go back to the level of levels? Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. So here we are. Then you tap level 1. Could you do that? Okay. So we move on to another screen. Then unit. Please tap it. Okay, and lesson. Right, and when you tap a lesson, you have activities.
Yeah.
Okay, and is it possible that you'll be able to overcome the issue with the expandable table view?
Yeah, like there is some small issue. Couldn't find what exactly it is. So for the demo purpose, I wanted to show how it navigates through the app. That's why I've made it as a separate screen.
Okay, okay. All right. Okay, so that's one thing. Another thing is I can see that there's no integration yet, because there is no tab bar at the bottom. Is there?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, okay. And as for downloading, is downloading implemented? That because there are no animations for downloading the elements. So how about this one?
Yes, actually the package is just 16 KB. As of the internet speed, it's getting downloaded at within a second. So on click of this, I'm navigating to the next page. So here I can't. I'm not able to place the loader here and check the condition, because on click of the unit, I'm directly navigating to the lesson. So I have to place, if it is a drop down, it will be able to place a loader, so that it will be loading it up and downloading. The drop down will be on the bottom. Navigating to the next page, there was some issue. So after the expansion, I'll be completing it. It will be easy to view the loader.
Okay. All right. Okay, and then this element that when you download the entire unit, you do not have the clouds next to lessons, so that because now even though you have tapped the cloud next to the unit, then you're taken to the list of lessons, and the lessons also have the clouds. Well, it shouldn't be a case. So this is going to be this is just a work in progress, right?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I see. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. So that's it. Okay.
Okay, David. Any more queries?
Please remember that when you open when you fetch the JSON file and you open the app, it should start at the level of products. right? So we should start epic, then we take into to levels, then we take into units, because both in Rankuma's, and in your demo, it was immediately at the level of levels. Okay, so remember that we need to be able to select a product, not only the level.
Sure.
Okay. All right. So the activities do play, and okay. So because I can see that. Any other elements? Downloading units, lessons? No. So actually, it hasn't been integrated yet.
Yes, exactly. Yes,
Okay. All right. And so, what is the problem with the integration then?
Actually, David, we made an initial commit in the last week Thursday, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
It's Thursday or Wednesday. So the thing was that when the first person made the initial commit, when we pulled from other system and then tried to run the same project, we were not able to run it. There were some node modules issues and plugin issues. So we tried to overcome it, and
but
then
now we resolved it. And, almost we have done with that actually.
And later what we did was we tried to combine everything in a single system. Like we are 5 developers over here and 5 of them were working in different tasks. But then later what we did was combine everything in a single system and then give it in a single commit. So in that way we were able to fix some issues, like that QR scanner issue was not fixed and small minor changes were there. So that's what we have done now.
Okay. All right, because I believe that there is a lot of work to do now, because it's still not the product that I thought that we would have after the first sprint, right? Because I thought that it would have been that it would be at least integrated, right? So that I could, because we cannot move on to another step. For example, allowing me to test the app on my phone because it hasn't been integrated. Right, and there's nothing I can show to the stakeholders yet. So I'm thinking, is it possible for you to estimate how long it's going to take for you to integrate all the functions there and implement the things that need to be done, such as downloading units, lessons, and so on, all this stuff that has not been done yet, in order to close the sprint? Because, well, I believe that apart from displaying the tab menu, well, we still have lots of issues with all the elements.
Yes, David, we get it.
Friday.
Yeah, Friday, 11
Friday.
o'clock. Yes.
Okay, so
on Friday Scrum, we will be able to show you a demo.
After integration.
Okay. Okay, so all right. So do you think we should close the sprint, open another one, and put all these things that have not been done yet into the next sprint, or we should prolong the sprint that we are running now?
We can open a new sprint and move the pending works. And also we need to add the rest of the stories for the next sprint, right?
Yes, but I think that it's going to be hard to add new things, because we still cannot, because well, the things that have not been done yet occupy lots of time, right, and lots of velocity, because well, we still have, well, I believe that we still have a lot of work to do here in order to get to what we wanted after the first sprint. But okay, so we can try at least. So I'm gonna take PEMOB 35, 69, 70, and 38 from this sprint, put them into the backlog, close the sprint, open another one, and we would try to include as many other tasks as possible. Is that correct? Yeah, that's what you would like me to do.
Right.
Okay. All right. So let me take these from the sprint. Okay. Right.
Or the other stories have been closed on the subtask and the status.
Subtask has been closed and story status has
Story
not
status
closed.
has to be closed as well. Only then we know.
Okay.
Okay. All right, done. Okay, so this is it. So this is it. So I'm closing the sprint.
Okay.
Yes?
Just a minute, David.
Uh-huh.
We will just check whether other stories have been closed from the developers here.
Okay.
Yes. 45 is done.
I've closed 69.
David, you have dragged the PEMOB 69 to backlog.
69? No, I shouldn't have. No, I believe I did not. Oh, yes, I did. I did. Okay, I want to download the lesson to open activities contained in it. Okay.
Oh, yeah, that is done. So maybe we can have that in the sprint before closing it.
Okay. All right. But what about this implementing the style so that I can see the animation of downloading the app? Okay, the lesson. So it is not there because the download takes too little time. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Has this animation been implemented yet?
Okay. Same with the PEMOB 70 as well, right? Extract.
This is extraction.
This is done.
David,
David, how
after this
about
only Nina showed the demo.
Okay.
After extraction.
David, how about PEMOB 70?
Okay, extracting. Yeah, extracting has been done. Okay, sorry about that. So I'm putting this one back to the sprint. Okay. Okay. So is there? Okay. All right. So we can close it now.
Just a minute, David. Let me close that story, and then we can. Then we can close the sprint. Yes, David.
So let me see. Okay. I think that. Oh, okay. Active sprints. An error occurred. That's interesting. Okay. Complete sprint. Okay. So I'm completing it. Okay. 8 issues were done. Complete. Okay. So sprint successfully completed. So now we can start a new one.
Will you be sharing your screen, David?
Sure, no problem. Okay. Okay, can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so create sprint. Okay, and let's start with the ones that we have removed from the previous one. So Aziz, I want sub-elements in the table contents to appear as expandable table view. It's there. Aziz, I want to scan a QR code and be taken to an activity that I can complete. Okay, it's there. Okay, and now first of all, we need to estimate this one. As a user, I want the app to display in interactive activity player so that I can play Oscar-based activities. I have a few demo Oscar-based activities. However, these are not the ones that are going to be used there because I'm still waiting for the links. So we need to estimate this one because we need to implement this one for the working model. Not for, as I told you yesterday, that for the working model, we're not going to use the activities that these Avaline activities that I have provided you with earlier. We're going to use other types of activities. So we need to implement this interactive activity player. And Kalpana, yesterday I sent you who was the person, who was the Scrum Master for the team that created this interactive activity player, implemented it. I don't know if it was created at Chennai or just implemented, but you can discuss that with them. They should assist you if possible, if necessary.
Sure, David. And I've asked our team to clearly tell me the support, I mean, the exact support required for this story so that we can request the IAP team.
Mm-hmm.
So the team said they want some clarifications from you. So
Okay.
I thought we can cover it now.
Okay.
Okay.
The exact query is actually how the packets will be, and so we need to know that. That is, the packets will be like whether you have given previous one, right, zip file. So
No. It's gonna be different. I'm trying to figure it out, but this idea started, appeared on Friday, and I haven't been able to figure out too much. But let me show you what these example activities look like. So Oscar Jason. So this is like that. Okay, so we receive JSON files, and when we open the JSON files, we have some contents here, and this JSON file must be put into the player, this IAP player. When you put it there, it should be able to run it. What appeared today was it is not sure whether we can play that offline. And this might be a game changer here. So this is one thing, and I'm still trying to figure it out. But I sent a few questions to people who would know that, but I'm still waiting for the responses. So this is one thing. Another thing is that I still yes.
Sorry. The thing is actually that is if we give JSON to interactive activity player, right? So it should automatically play. You're telling like that, or we need to?
Yes. No. What I want to do is provide you with a package, with a zip package containing JSON files. Okay, JSON files. So, and then when you have the JSON files for each activity, you would simply start the player and point to an appropriate JSON file. But I'm not sure how to deal with the offline activities. So this is the problem. So we should start with first of all trying to run it online. And as soon as I receive an answer related to offline activities, I will let you know as soon as possible.
Okay. But sorry, the query is actually if we point out the JSON to player, if you want to play any audio or video, then without internet connectivity. So will it be possible without downloading the content? That is that activity.
Well, I still don't know if it's possible to download the content. I know that we can download the JSON files. That's all I know that for sure, what we can do. But I don't know if it's possible to fetch this content because, as you can see, there are some paths to elements, right? So like here. But I still don't know if it's possible to download them and have them store them locally and run them locally. I'm trying to figure it out.
Yeah. Okay.
So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put these in the description of the story so that you can access them, right? And you can see what they're supposed to look like. Okay, so let me see why it's not. Okay, all right. So this is it. Okay. Okay. Oh. Okay, so there. Okay. All right. As soon as they receive any updated to the final ones, then I'm going to put them there as well and let you know. Okay. So this is one thing. Okay. I believe that as soon as I receive any answers from people that I sent questions to, we can have another call and discuss that, so that we know we need to figure out how to store the things in the zip files, because this has changed a lot. It turned out that it has changed a lot.
Okay, and one more query, David. See, this JSON whole content zip file you will be providing, or in our app we need to communicate Oscar and we need to take the JSON?
No, you don't need to communicate with Oscar, as far as I know, because Oscar is responsible for the table of contents and the whole course structure. Why we do not need that? Because what we need actually is just the Oscar activities, because we are actually taking care of the course structure, because we are displaying the table of contents. So we just need to display the activities, not the structure.
Okay. Okay.
So when you talk to the IAP team, just talk to them about displaying activities, not the structure. We don't care about the structure.
Okay. Yeah. Actually, in that is the JSON link which you have provided, right, David? So there, inside there is prompt path, or there are a lot of fields are there. If you see, that is, it was, I guess it is pointing to server, I guess, or there was a link actually.
Yes. Well, actually, I don't know how this player actually deals with all that. As far as I know, as far as I know, what you need to just do is let the player know that it should take all the contents from this JSON file, and that's it. What you need to do, right? And the player is supposed to deal with that. I don't know the technical details.
Okay, so in that case, maybe shall we have a discussion at IAP team? Then we can estimate. I guess. Okay, that's
okay, yeah, this sounds reasonable, but then we do not know how much we can include in the sprint, right? Because this is, as you can see, a critical element.
Okay.
David, we'll have a discussion with the IAP team, and then later we can. Yeah.
No, we'll have a short discussion with the IAP team.
Yeah.
What we have to do with them and how we are going to integrate.
Okay. With respect to meeting up with IAP team, we have a schedule, and we have to check with their PO, and they will create a specific sprint spike and then prioritize.
Without that details, we can't.
So that's why I asked you the support details. What exactly do you need from them? If it takes around 1 to 2 hours, probably they can help us. Or if you want better support their story, then
We just want to know what they have implemented and
what exactly they are supposed to do.
at least 1 or 2 hours. 2 hours.
Without knowing that, we would not be able to estimate the task, and then later it may create trouble.
Is it possible for us to do a rough specification now and then later?
Okay, so
That'll be
in
a-
that case, can we change the points later?
Yeah, that's what I
Okay,
Harry could do that.
No, because we don't have a
What-
clear idea.
What you are going to do with
without
it.
that, without knowing what it does, we can't be able to proceed further.
Okay. David,
Mhm.
how about having a placeholder for, I mean, up to 8 points, 5 to 8 points for this story, and then we proceed?
Yes, that's what I would do. That's what I would do. Yeah, but is it really 8? I would give it 5. But well, it's just my idea. But if you prefer to have 8, then it's okay. But I would stick to. I don't think it's going to be. From what I've learned, it shouldn't be that difficult.
Okay.
But,
Basically, we'll just confirm the same from
Okay,
the
okay.
IAP team so that the team will feel comfortable, I guess.
okay,
Yeah, so we can do it this way. Let's give it 5. Let's put it there in the sprint. And if it turns out after the discussion with the IAP team that it needs to be more than 5, then we can update it and then update the scope of the sprint. No problem with that. But I wouldn't go as far as 8, I believe. Would that be acceptable for you?
Okay, so if in that case, see after that discussion, if we have there is more things to do with that.
Yeah, he said we'll change it.
If you want to split the stories, we can split, or otherwise we can add up the points. If you
Yes. No, exactly.
Okay,
Right.
that is okay.
All right. So I'm giving it.
5 for now.
1. Yes. Let me
So it is a
see.
good practice to split the stories into small chunks so that we can do.
Yeah, that's what we
So
want to know what we are
just
going to
stick to the 0.5, not more than 5. If we go more than 5, let's split the stories.
Okay, we can check it.
Yeah, we'll check.
We'll check after that.
Sure.
Okay. By the way, Kalpana, did you calculate the velocity so that we know how much we can do with this sprint?
The team, a few of the developers have planned leaves, so Maha is going on 3 planned leaves, right? So from tomorrow you'll not be there. And do you have any dependency for the completion, the integration work?
I'll hand over the codes to the team.
Actually, she's
So
leaving
who-
her Mac here,
Okay.
so won't be a problem.
Okay. So 3 planned leaves for Maha and Gautam 2 planned leaves and the UI designer. So he will have 2 planned leaves. So in total we have a velocity of 39.
39. Okay. All right. So let's try. So I'm putting this one in the sprint. Okay. I want to be able to download a test version of the app so that I can play it on my phone and I can show it to the stakeholders. We need to go back to this with the thing that Ezel has already started. So playing audio and video files. Right. So I'm putting it there. I want my score for a particular activity be saved on the device. Okay, we need to put it there. Automatically start downloading a lesson when I tap an activity in the table of contents so that I can see which activities I have already done. No, it's not this one, sorry. I want the app to automatically start downloading a lesson when I tap an activity which has not been downloaded yet so that I can complete the activity offline. Okay. All right. I want to scan a QR code for an activity and have the app open the activity. Okay, if it has been downloaded, and automatically start downloading the app. Okay.
David,
Yes.
sorry to interrupt. Just to add one more query on that IAP. So do we need that interactive, that is player to be integrated the current demo app?
Yes,
Or-
definitely.
Okay, in that case, actually, we need that UI guidelines where we have to fetch the player and contents when we need to fetch. When we need to fetch the contents.
Yes, I know. I know. I'm working on that. I'm really doing my best to provide you with all the stuff that you need to fetch, and so that it's put there on PEF, so that you can fetch it. I'm working on that. Okay.
Okay, David.
So
Okay,
so please repeat the question because then I didn't get it. So if it's more specific, then let me know. Just repeat the question.
No, David, we were just wondering how long it would take for us to get the mock-up screens so that it will be easier for us to analyze and proceed with the tasks.
Yeah.
What mock-up screens? Everything looks exactly the same. Everything looks exactly the same. The only thing is that instead of playing Avaline packages, we are opening Oscar activities. And in order to do that, we just need to run something that's called a player, and we need to put this activity into the player. So there's nothing else, nothing changing in the mockups.
Okay, so that fetching JSON content, right? The links you have provided, so that will be handled.
Exactly. I need to figure out two things. First of all, what we're going to put in the zip files that we're going to unzip, right? And in how to be able to fetch all the contents so that they can be played offline. That's the things that I need to figure out. All the other functionalities are the same as they were supposed to be with the Avalanche packages.
No.
The contents will be different.
No, the query is actually in the demo we have fetched the JSON.
Yes.
While the splash screen is loaded.
Yes.
So in this case,
David, Ram's query is like in our demo application. As of now, we have downloaded the contents when the splash screen is shown to the user. So, is it the same case?
Yes.
This one also?
Exactly the same. The only thing that is going to change are the links to zip files, but everything remains the same. So we open the app, we have the splash screen, and then we fetch the table of contents. Yeah, that's all the same.
Okay, one more query. Do we have any authentication for the JSON file, like what we have done in PEF dashboard?
Pardon, could you repeat this one?
Okay, so do we have any authentication to access that links? That is, in case of our PEF dashboard, we need to generate the OAuth signature, then we can able to fetch the content, right?
It's still going to be the same. It's still going to be the same as it was previously. Well, the only please let me explain this way. The only thing that is going to change is that in this version that we have developed so far, when we have extracted the zip file, what we got were the files, these files indexed HTML and all these JavaScript files. This time, when we extract the zip file, what we're going to receive is probably a list of JSON files that need to be put in the player when we open an activity. That's the only difference that is going to happen.
Okay, yeah. Here the query is actually, okay. So in the demo app, what we have done is to access the server, PEF dashboard server, we need to create a OAuth signature, and then we will access the server. So likewise, do we have any any security in this JSON fetching?
Oh, you mean the JSON files for activities?
The JSON files for the TOC.
No, it's still exactly the same as it was previously.
Okay.
Nothing is changing here. Nothing. Absolutely nothing is changing here.
Okay.
Okay, so the things that you have already done with the fetching the table of contents and so on, they remain exactly the same. The thing that is going to change is the thing that was that Veena was, as far as it was Veena or Mahala doing, namely unzipping the files, right, and so that we know what activities to start. That's the only thing that is going to change. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So we have 35. So we still have 4 to go. Is that correct?
No, we didn't estimate the Oscar story, right? After the discussion with the Oscar team, we'll decide.
And also, if you see PEMOB 35 and 38, we are almost done, right? It is not. We cannot stick to 3.
Then for integration, we are going to take it 2 days, right? Friday.
Yeah. 2 days. You will not count 2 days. Rest
Then
we will have 6 days.
Okay, so is it possible that we put this one in the sprint then?
We can take one more. Team, what do you think?
So our suggestion is just after completing, we'll just pull it out.
After discussion with Oscar team, we'll decide, and after that, we'll proceed.
Okay, all right. So we can do so. So if it turns out that this is going to increase, then we can revise it. Okay. Okay. All right. So we're starting the sprint.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So right, and it's 29th, but this is
Sprint start date is 30th and would end on 12th September. Tomorrow is the start date. Yeah, 30th.
the start is the 30th, right?
Yeah, 30.
Okay. Okay, and it takes 2 weeks.
12th.
Right?
12th.
Okay. So
September
here.
12th. September. You are in October actually.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Okay. That's true.
September 12th. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So off we go then. Okay.
So if you consider that you have then 2 days are not counted, right? 2 days are not counted.
No.
Yeah, you have 6 days. And what we can do if we have more than a for the more estimate for the then we will take the story. He will take 43. Is that agreed thing?
My decision after finishing will take it down. So we'll do it. Yes.
So, David, what is your thought, David? The team feels like we can pull the PEMOB 43 later into the sprint.
But as you said, this is then 40. At this point, this is 40, and as you said, 35 and 38 are still are already in progress, and they're about to finish. So.
We have 2 more days to complete, and for the next sprint, they would only have some 6 days to work on.
Yes, but the thing is, after completing whole integration, we'll stop. That was the thing.
Right.
Yeah.
And
So
including the integration, you are taking 2 days, right? Within
Wednesday,
Friday,
Thursday.
you will finish the pending work and also the integration. Okay.
in that case, after integration only, we can able to fix all the.
I did not count even Friday. Counting from Monday, and then next Monday, you will have 6 days.
No, because we feel like it was overloaded. We take almost what we
Exactly.
have done. Yeah,
Last time it
we
was
can able to come. If we finish it with our confidence, we can pull it off.
Yes. So, David, it's like considering the previous sprint, he feels like it would be better to take the PEMOB 40 later into the sprint so that we can avoid the spillovers.
Okay. All right. Okay. So let's. But couldn't we do it the other way around? So if it turns out that we do not have time, then we're going to take it away. Maybe it would be this one would be better.
Sorry,
We don't.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Okay. So let's make sure about this this 129, and then we can discuss this one. Okay, whether we should remove this 43 or we can keep it there. Okay.
Sure. Okay, then.
Yes, David.
Okay. But I'm leaving it in the sprint for now. Then we can discuss it again if necessary. Okay.
Sure.
Yes, David.
Yeah. Fine.
We can review it actually. Okay. All right. So that's it. So for Friday, we're going to be done with the integration and with the things that are there for the final that are there from the previous sprint. So I'll wait for Friday because then I would like to have this one implemented. Okay. So PEMOB 111. So that I can download the app to my phone and play with it and show it to somebody else, right? So this is important for me. So these 3 are the most important for me, right?
Okay.
Okay. So should we have previously we used to have this QA handoff date, and the last sprint we did not have that. So for this sprint, what can we do? Do we have an end date for each story?
After 2 sprints, the QA will start.
This is not for the QA. I'm asking for each story, can we have an end point, target date for completion?
This is a question for me, right?
No, it is for the team.
Okay, sorry.
For 111, you said it is critical. So do you, do you need it on particular date or?
Well, I would like to have a version that would be integrated by the end of this week.
Oh, okay.
At the latest. So if you said that it was supposed to be ready for Friday, then it's okay. So we would have integration and expandable table view, scanning a QR code and be taken to an activity, as well as being able to download the test version to somebody's phone by Friday, and then it's okay, because then I can show it to somebody else. Yeah, and this is critical for me.
Okay.
Actually, I wanted to do a demo to show a demo version tomorrow. I'm going to cancel that because well, it hasn't been integrated, so I need to cancel the demo. Because I sent you this email yesterday about the integration, right, and contacting DevOps and so on. But it seems that it's not going to be possible.
Yeah, it did not work out as planned. So what is the plan for the integration for the second sprint team?
No, for the first time only.
For the first, okay.
We'll take that integration and we'll work on it. Everyone will do like
Oh, okay. So for the second time, you will not face this kind of issue.
No.
Okay.
But is Friday feasible then? Is it possible that I receive? Is it possible that I receive a version that I can play with on my phone for Friday?
Yeah, you're asking about the test flight build, right?
Yeah. Because the Friday is the day that you gave, right? This is the day that you gave, so that's why I just want to make sure.
Actually, we needed the DevOps support to create an application, and I guess.
Yeah, I checked with Sudhakar, the DevOps person, and he said okay from his end.
Okay.
For
they have to create an
releasing
application.
the app in this flight.
Yeah, but I'm rather more concerned about the integration, not about the sharing of the binary, but rather about the integration. Is it possible that you integrate all the functionalities by Friday?
You said Friday's Scrum meeting. That's what he's asking again.
No, he's not asking about the build. He's asking the integration and that's it. See, you're running integrated. So that's what. That's what I will. Okay, David, you are asking on Friday, you need to get just a build. That is what we have integrated. All these work in the sprint one.
Yes. And is it feasible that it is going to be available for on Friday?
Okay, the query is it's just like you need just a binary build, or like you just want to throw test flight like right?
Yes, but it needs to have all the functionalities integrated. That all the functionalities that have been developed so far need to be integrated. Is it feasible that you're gonna be able to send me such a binary on Friday? Because I need to know for sure. That's my question.
Yeah, okay. Friday will.
Friday for sure. She's not. She's going on leave, so we have to take it. We should not depend on Maha this time.
Okay. Yeah.
Fine?
Yeah.
okay with the team, David?
Okay, brilliant. All right, so that's it from me then.
Clarification here for PEMOB 111, it is for both Android and iOS, right?
You mean PEMOB 111?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, this is about both Android and iOS.
Okay.
But by Friday, I would need just iOS. But by the end of the sprint, I need both Android and iOS. Yeah. But for Friday, it can be just iOS. This is just for my purposes, so that I can do a demo presentation. Okay.
Okay. Okay with the team again?
Pardon? Which one?
No, I'm just checking with the team again for the Friday.
Okay.
No, the query is actually we need to keep binding build or we need to set up this 111 also.
No, 111 by end of the sprint. By Friday, we will have to give the iOS build alone.
Okay, then fine.
Fine?
Yeah.
Okay, fine, David. So next, can we assign people for the stories? You will be going on leave. David, can we do that as well now?
Yeah, sure, of course.
Okay.
So do you want me to do that? To be.
I'll do it, David. Can you share my screen? Okay.
Sure. Okay. I will stop sharing.
Okay. Can you see my screen, David?
Yes, I can see it.
Okay, I'll just refresh once. So the first two is already assigned. For 111, who will take care of this? Ram Kumar.
Okay, wait. Who needs to belong? Who needs to?
Able to download
See,
test
it's just you need to integrate the test file inside Graph. Okay. Okay, anything.
So Ram, you will work on it, or it'll audio video is also there. It's not critical. This is by the end of sprint. Yeah, and with this, if you see, we will cover the iOS by Friday itself. So only for Android by the end of sprint.
See, that is we need to provide a safe. That's like test file.
Edel? Okay. The lesson it is.
IAP will take 129.
Next, 80 is assigned to you. 65 score. PEMOB 65.
The story will be saving the score what user has for particular levels, particular lessons, particular activity.
All that will be given by them, right?
No, it was not like that. They need to handle, yeah.
Excuse me, may I interrupt you? Because this one is going to change a bit, because this is described for the final version, not for the working model. And I'm going to put a note in this description that it needs to be fetched differently, and this also needs to be discussed with the team responsible for IAP. Because as far as I know, it is technically possible to fetch the score from Oscar activities, but and I believe that it should be easier than it was described in here. But I need to update the description so that it's there, right? And we need to prepare for both Avaline and this and Oscar activities, right? Just to so I'm going to put that put a note there, okay? And I'm going to do that immediately after the call.
Yes, I guess it will change, right? Because it definitely change. Yes, because this code will get it for Avaline package alone. For Oscar or anyone. This is for one package or both the packages, Avaline and Oscar. Okay, just a query to add on that. So in this PEMOB 65, are we going to fetch the score for Avaline package as well as Oscar package, or only Avaline?
Both. We need to have both because first we're going to start with Oscar, and this is more important for me at the moment. But finally, we're going to move on to Avaline, so we need to have mechanisms for both. Okay, so this is going to apply to both. However, Oscar is for now more important because it is the working model that we're going to show to people soon. So this is, and the working model is going to use Oscar activities. But we still need to prepare mechanisms for both.
Okay, so one more query, David. So in order to show the score, as we discussed in the previous meeting regarding this, so in the local, we need to fetch the score, right?
Yes.
So actually in that, some queries will be changed, right? That is inside JavaScript, some queries will be changed, right? Some codes.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you want to fetch the score, we need a function like that. So inside that function, we need to get like that. It will be the scenario like that, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes. So yes, but I don't get what scenario, because we need to be able to fetch the events that are invoked when you complete an activity. There is a technical way. I don't know the technical way, the precise technical way. No, we need to figure it out somehow. We need to, as I told you, we need to mock, and it's described there. We need to mock this RRS system, right? And we need to pass a link to this RRS when launching the Avaline package, and that's what we discussed, and that's what we need to do.
Okay, can we have two separate stories, David?
Okay, and what should they be?
One for Avaline package and one for Oscar score.
Okay, no problem. And okay, and how about the points? Are they going to have the same, or in total it's going to be, how much is that now?
3
No, maybe in Oscar actually we don't have any idea, right? Because in Oscar, see, here after looking the packets, Avaline packets, we have got like we need to fetch some function like that. But in case of Oscar, we just want to know how they are. Even we are not sure this how we are going to fetch this.
Okay. We need a quick AT from them. So we cannot estimate the story from now.
Let's do it this way. I'm gonna update the title and the description so that it describes fetching scores from Oscar activities, and I'm going to add a new PEMOB, a new entry, a new issue that is going to be about Avaline. Okay, and this one about Aveline is not going to be included in the sprint. Okay.
Okay, so we are going to work on the Oscar portion alone.
So yeah, so in this sprint we're just going to work on Oscar. Yeah.
See, okay, we'll get a KT from them. Likewise,
And then
they have
we
more
will do
work.
a re-estimation if required.
Yeah, if it is agreed.
Is that fine with you, David? For now, as you suggested, we will go with the Oscar story and have the story points as such for now. And later, after getting KT from them, if the team
There
feels
is any
it's a
change,
if there is a change in the complexity of the story, then we might have to consider re-estimation.
All right. Okay. I hope that it's not gonna change, but okay, we can review that later. Yeah. Okay.
We will have it as such.
Okay. So I'm just going to update the description so that it describes the Oscar activities, not Aveline activities. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So who will be working on it? You, Maha?
Mahalakshmi?
Okay, Maha will work on it. I have assigned the story to Maha David, PEMOB 65. PEMOB 81.
That is a series that can complete the antigen.
Which are you landed?
Because it was related to
I will land.
You will
Sure.
No, I must because you are going on leave and then have other story also.
Okay.
If you are confident, you can complete and
Very story I have it been I learned.
Yeah, me and Maha together.
We look at it.
okay.
next one is
PEMOB 1 to 4, Gautam will work on it. It's the continuation
Actually,
of your old
81, 1 to 4 and 82 are interrelated. We had a discussion, right? Actually, it was a single story and then later we split it into two.
1 to 4 and
82, the next one.
okay.
So I'll be handling both.
Okay, so will you be able to complete all 3 of your stories?
This one
We
is
have the one pending from
yeah.
the previous sprint.
I'll be able to.
So how about 43? PEMOB 43.
Nice, sir.
Actually, 43.
Actually, it doesn't have any story.
For now, Lina will be working on the previous sprint.
No, first I'll
No.
work
Let's
with Maha
do
for
one
that
thing
story. Once that is
Four.
done, we'll pull it.
You are saying like 4 story to be now.
yes, course story.
Core story. Is that okay? So how about for PEMOB 43?
No, that we discussed it actually. We'll be taking later. We'll be taking later. So we'll keep it as it is. Because we told after completing Antuk, we'll take first.
Okay, David, except PEMOB 43, we have assigned people for the stories.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Anything else, Steve? So for the PEMOB, which was 129, in comment section, can anyone please add the IAP? It was assigned to Ramkumar, right? Can you just make your comment like what exactly you need from the IAP team so that I'll check with the Scrum Master as well as the team.
Okay. Okay, I'll update it like before you, or otherwise tomorrow morning.
No, because I think they have their sprint starting from tomorrow and they will have to prioritize their stories.
Call for 5:30. You have to go and discuss with them.
I'll send out an email to that team.
Okay.
You just give me the exact requirements.
In that case, if they are not ready to give, they are fully occupied. What can I do for them?
It's end
That
of
is
the
what
day, right?
I'm requesting you to give me the details as soon as possible.
Okay.
Actually, tomorrow morning he will be giving because this is
because-
end of the day, right?
Okay, then before daily scrum.
That only he
Tomorrow
does.
Because he has to
Tomorrow.
discuss with them what
I don't
exactly,
know what idea.
They should be
what
free,
we need
right?
to do. What I need to.
what are they
integrate with
providing
them.
us, and everything has to be discussed with them clearly.
See, as of now, we have only one requirement. We have only JSON.
Right?
With that,
What
and then
we are
what
going
we-
to do? What we want.
Okay, tomorrow morning I'll update.
You understand the question?
No, you're asking about the queries, what all he has to ask
right.
IAP
We
team,
don't know
right?
what are the
That is what
queries to
he's
ask.
trying to tell. He's not very clear about
Just I
the
have
content.
an offline discussion with one of the developers for 10 minutes.
Okay.
Then I'll update you.
Okay, fine. I think it would be better if you have it offline.
Yeah.
If you mail them, then
Yeah,
that will
that's
be a
what-
problem. Better you have the discussion offline.
Okay.
And update me in tomorrow's scrum.
Okay.
Anything
Okay.
else, Steve?
If the meeting is needed in online, that is, we need any more KT,
Yeah.
then I will tell you with the schedule.
Otherwise, you can get in touch with them offline and work on the story. Right?
Okay.
Anything else, Steve? Any other clarifications in any of the stories?
If you have any clarification, we will first now it.
Okay. So for now, our priority would be to complete PEMOB 35 and 38 and also to work on the integration.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's all from our end, David. Any comments from your end?
Let me see. Nope. Nope. I hope that we're going to accomplish everything that was planned for this sprint, because this is the minimum that we need to have, right? So I hope that we're going to do fine, and it's gonna work fine. Okay. So let's do it.
Sure then.
Okay. If there are any problems, if you have any questions, please, contact me immediately, and I'm going to. I will try to respond within minutes, so that you're not delayed by me in a way. And if there are any delays, please also let me know, so that I know what's going on. And so tomorrow we have the daily meeting. Do we have it? Do we hold it then?
Yes, sure. It's better to have it because we need to have the progress for the other two stories.
Okay. All right. Very good. Okay. All right. So see you tomorrow then. Thank you very much.
Okay. And David, one more minute. We need to have a retro session for the completed sprint. So when we can have it?
Well, it's up to you. It can be either today, or if you prefer, we can do that tomorrow after the daily.
Because
Maha will not be there.
Next week.
Next week.
Yeah.
I mean, one day or something.
You'll
Because-
be occupied with your sprint work.
Exactly. This 2
One
days
day
will be
to complete
occupied with the integration, and then
But now we are going to-
Maha is going.
Okay, Monday everybody will be there. Right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, David. A few people are going on vacation, so can we have it on Monday?
Okay. All right. Pretty late, I'd say, but okay, if it's necessary, then let's have it on Monday. Okay.
Okay, sure, David. So that's all from from this session? Okay, thank you everyone. Thank you, David.
Thank you, David.
Thank you,
And
David.
thanks, Gerald.
Thank you very much.
Yes,
Okay.
bye.
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 Bye, David.